Hello everyone, Ivan here. Today I'm going to show you how you can create a uniquely skilled GPT agent that is enhanced with a custom deep learning model trained on your custom data to empower your GPT model with analytical skills otherwise impossible to do, especially if you have a larger dataset. So you know that GPT-4 can do analytical tasks for you. Of course, that is well known. It works fantastically well. But if you have more data, let's say millions of data points, on top of which you need to create a predictive model to teach your GPT additional skills, you cannot do so very easily. Well, not until now with BotX. So without further ado, let's show you in action what I'm talking about here. So I'm going to open my already prepared agent for this demo, which I'm going to open now. And as you can see, its design, it looks pretty complicated, but it's actually very simple to follow. So let me show you first what this does. Let's say you have a question about this particular agent it's about real estate data. So let's say I want to ask our agent about the, let's say, tell me something about the Seattle area. Is it a good place to live? And let's run this test. So as you can see, we get a pretty straightforward answer. The Seattle is vibrant city, and so on and so on. So typical answer, nothing wrong with this answer. It looks nicely. But what happens if you would like to ask this agent about a special price? So let's say you would like to ask for how much could I sell my house at a zip code like this with 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, and some additional information that we have here. So here, because I have trained my GPT agent, I have enhanced it with a deep learning model that I will show you after this. The GPT will be able to answer this question, which otherwise it will not be able to. And you can see that we have a predicted price about something about 300, something below 380,000. And GPT gives me an answer which consists of this predicted value. And to show you how this model looks like, let's go through the model here. So basically at the input we have just incoming message. That's pretty clear. The second thing here is the first GPT agent, which can do 2 things. So number one, it can basically it can understand the question, and it can understand if you are asking about a specific thing that we wanted to teach GPT. So in this case, we are using GPT tools, and we wanted to basically understand if we ask about estimating a price or predicting a price for a given real estate property. So based on this defined tool here, we can basically teach GPT to operate differently with these sort of questions. And if we expand this function here, we can see that we are interested in this particular parameters here. And these parameters afterwards are fed into our GPT tool evaluator, which will basically decide like, so is this question, does it contain any information that should basically flow into additional tools that we have that we want to use? And if the answer is no match, so we ask something which is not about estimating price, it will simply dump the answer into our branch right here. However, if we ask about estimating the price and GPT was able to extract all the parameters, it will flow into this direction here in the matched port, and it will go into our deep learning model here. So one of the benefit of BotX is that it contains also additional, let's say, traditional machine learning tools, like for example, deep learning, with no code editor. Basically for the entirety of this demo, I didn't have to write a single line of code. So let's show you deep learning editor just briefly. And you can see that this is deep learning network or neural network, which was trained on data, which here in this data, which contains information about the real estate, basically database in the Seattle area. So I connected this into deep learning and just trained the model here. So deep learning, once it's finished, it goes into the second GPT agent here, which will basically formulate the answer. So this one here, it already knows that it will have to formulate the answer based on the predicted price. And you can see in the prompt that we have actually told it so. So our machine learning model predicted this price, formulate the final answer here. And it will dump the answer, let's say alternative answer here into the second option. And which one of this branch will be used, of course, depends on the input, on the question that the user asks. But the important thing here is that you can combine multi-agent, basically multi-GPT model here with a traditional deep learning machine learning tool, which is again trained in our no-code platform right here in the BotX. And that's why in this particular demo, which is also part of our templates, and I will just show you in a couple of moments how you can create your own multi-agent GPT with deep learning. If you look into configurations, you can see that we have basically two options here. So one is about tell me something about the Seattle area. So basically this will go along this this bottom branch right here, because we are not asking. We are not asking about predicting or estimating the price. So it will GPT will automatically decide to go just here. But if we ask about our intention, basically to predict the price, we really are interested in specific price based on this description, then GPT, this model right here, it will just it will understand this intent, and it will choose the above this upper branch here, which will basically take care of that request. And so once again, let's try with no deep learning first, and we should get the answer about, well, something nice about the Seattle. Let's give this a couple of moments. Yeah, we have the answer, and you can see, like we show in the first time, it is just a typical answer provided by this first lower branch. Now let's try to ask about our intent to estimate the price right here. So that's the with deep learning configuration, and it is simply going like here. Yeah, so it was that was quick, and we have the answer right here based on our machine learning model with 2 to 2 blah blah blah. The estimated price is this number. And so like this, you can basically combine the traditional ChatGPT agents with additional tools that you can call. And for some of these tools, you can actually use our internal deep learning tool right here under the same roof under the BotX platform, which of course has loads of other benefits. And so this concludes our demo. And just before I go, I would like to show you how you can create your own agent like this. So if you go into our templates, explore more templates, you should find its multi-GPT with deep learning right here. So let's create one. Okay, so the bot was created. And as you can see, the only thing you need to provide is the API token for ChatGPT models right here and here. And also our testing data set has already been imported for you. So this input database to your deep learning, this was basically part of the testing data set, which is part of this template. So if we go to Data Studio, or you can just click right here, Edit Table in DCS, you will see that you will have a database created for you, the house prices Seattle database. And if you go into table, you will see that this database has all these data points right here. And basically you can, of course, it can be for your use case, it can be your own database, your own table with your own data, and for your own specific predictive model. So that's it. Thank you for watching, and see you in our next video tutorial. Thank you.